ArtSpark Texas and Pen to Paper Creative Writing Contest present The Lion and Pirate, an inclusive virtual open mic for writers, performers, and musicians.
Amy and Michael with their ongoing series.
Today is our anniversary. So this is actually an anniversary poem dedicated to Amy. 1 year ago, we met for the first time in 4 years right here. That is also the day I fell back in love with the woman of my dreams. She wrote a beautiful poem, and I could not believe what I was hearing. I had to ask her to be my girlfriend right after that. That was the most nervous I've ever been in my life. I think it was because of you, dear Ableism, because what you did to me in my past. She took my past and she put me back together. She took a broken man and wanted to fix him and love him the best way she knew how. And now I will forever be her Magnus for the rest of my life. I am honored to call her the love of my life and my best friend. I will never forget March 6th. I love you, my beautiful butterfly. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And on that note, I would like to read my letter to Ableism, and you can sing along if you want to, because we all know that we love this song as a group. So, dear Ableism, I know it bothers you when I sing, but today is not about you or my singing ability being perfect. So, here goes. 525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In texting, in phone calls, till midnight, in tea, not coffee, in gift sets, in smiles, in laughter, in strife. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? 525,600 minutes. 525,000 changes to plans. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman and a man? In truths that she learned, or in times that he cried, in the bridge that wouldn't burn, or the flight of butterflies? It's time now to sing out, though the story doesn't end. Let's celebrate and remember the year we became more than friends. Remember the love. Remember the love. We got to remember the love. Measure in love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love. Measure life in love. Well, ableism, that's my song. There'll be new lyrics next year. So ableism, I suggest you learn to deal with my singing voice because I'm confident now and it's not going away. Amy.
Yay!
That was so amazing.
Yeah, if I was a mushy kind of person, I'd have got really touched. No, just I was. Amy and Michael. All right.
Yay.
All right.
Yay, Michael.
This is another edition of Dear Ableism. Oh, you have it. Good. Okay. Dear Ableism, I happy, and you can't change it. Yes, you heard me. I happy. When I was little, whenever I was close to a meltdown from being tired or overstimulated, I would cut out verbs. I sleepy, I thirsty, I hungry, I mad. They still come out occasionally when I need some serious quality time and self-care. You do not let me do a lot of self-care. You're worried about money and rules and schedules and limits and deadlines and productive work and bootstraps and independence and exclusion and normal and safety above all else. About all the extra stuff you require of us just because we dare to live our lives together in community, because we dare to exist in public spaces, because we need other people and we can't hide it. Because in a capitalist society, we need more money for our supports than we can possibly ever earn. You make us into failures, cautionary tales, perpetual children. Again, we are different and needy, and politics is scared of us again. Politics is scary again. Where will we live? Where will we work? Who can we love? Who will we hire? How will we pay for necessities? How will we fare without social safety nets? I scared ableism. What will you and your friends do next? Now I'm mad. Leave us alone. I'm tired of checking all the boxes and crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. And there's still more. All the extra time and red tape and rules you make us worry about just to live. Why? Is it not really about proving that we need help? Is it about making sure that we deserve it? Come on, level with me. Is some of this daily stuff in hopes that we so stressed that we will give up and go away? Sometimes I think you want us to reinstitutionalize ourselves because no one tracks what happens to our mental health with all this jumping up and down to follow your directions. But let me say this right now. You are not the boss of me. You do not have any decision-making power here. Not anymore. You haven't been a real issue for the last 18 months. You know why? Because I happy. That phrase that means I'm bubbly, joyful, and stimming the overflow. Kissy voice, couch time, process. He showed up. He answered the phone. Red dressed. Trust him out of chair even if we don't slow dance. Call me baby. Has his own stuff here. Still close after 5 months? Doesn't matter how much ableism and anxiety and autism come running. He's still here to make sure you don't ruin my day. So I happy because we get to decide to fight you together and to make our own new stories about what's this phrase mean. Until every day at some point we can say, I happy. I happy I'm his I happy too. Butterfly.
And this is my response to that. Well, ableism is taking 18 months, 18 wonderful months for her to realize I'm her boyfriend. It feels good to say that out loud because it's going to stay that way. And there's nothing you can do about it. I have rules I want to go over. First of all, you can't tell her what she doesn't deserve anymore, because I will do that as far as affection and love goes, and how she looks, and I'll hold her hand when she's tired, and I'll let her lay her head on my shoulder when she wants to, and there's nothing you can do to stop us, because this is what real love is, and this is what being a real boyfriend is. I know what she's been through. I know about her disabilities, but I don't care, because at the end of the day, I love my beautiful butterfly, and nothing will change my mind, and we will be happy for the next 40 years. So goodbye, ableism. I'll take over from now. You've had long enough.
Dear Ableism, insert something eloquent here. Oh, fine. I'm tired. I'm tired of dealing with you. I'm tired of people not listening to me. I'm tired of people not paying attention. I'm tired of my work not being valued. I'm tired of my life not being valued. I'm tired of my health concerns being dismissed. I'm tired of having to accept underqualified, underpaid, immature staff that don't respond to my training. I'm tired of my needs being a problem for everyone else. I'm tired of voting issues. I'm just tired of you. Why? Because I'm tired of thinking that all of my problems and everyone else's would go away if I didn't have CP. We're not going to do that today. Scratch that. We're not doing that at all. I really thought we were past that issue 12 years ago, or at least 10. Friends did not sacrifice all that they did for that to be the favored solution. That is not the medical nor social solution. If I didn't have my disability, I would not have this life. I would not have this job. I would not have these friends. I wouldn't have this love. Yes, I would not even know Michael. We would never have met. So maybe I have too many problems, but at least I'm not alone. And at least I didn't lie to her. I'm still here, Bethany. Thanks for 10 years. I love you. And ableism, you're the problem, not me. People not taking their jobs seriously is the problem. People need to pay attention. That will solve the problem. Not being changed into a mermaid for love or self-love. Trading voice for working legs. I'm not a mermaid. I'm a butterfly. You need to get your priorities straight and get out of the way of my flight path. Go away, ableism.
Dear ableism, last month was one of the most hardest months of my life. Not because I did not celebrate my birthday, because I did, but I was missing two people I really loved. And I was very upset with you at the beginning. But now I realize those people will be around no matter what. And they are two of the biggest gifts in my life. Ableism, you cannot take them away from me. They are mine. No matter what you do, I will always fight for these two people, and my kryptonite will not control it. I will control what happens. Thank you, my beautiful butterfly, for being one of my superheroes when I need you the most. I love you.
That's so sweet, y'all. That was wonderful. And yeah, I was gonna say, Amy, your piece was really I feel like I need to hear these more. They're uplifting and helpful for me to think about my issues from that perspective of uh of of ableism, and not the perspective of, you know, wishing my disability away. And Michael, you're just sweet as always.
Dear ableism, sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Oh, yes, they can. And we're going to talk about one of your favorite phrases, good enough. So versatile a weapon, so many different contexts. You might be dying at 22, you said after yet another medical mistake. But you had a great life so far, right? Considering everything, 22 is good enough. You know she's just going to end up in an institution anyway. Why are you working so hard to get her included everywhere? What you've done is good enough. It doesn't matter if people can't live on it and hamburgers are worth $16. $11.50 is good enough. Oh, stop whining. Attendants don't have to be respectful. Physically safe is good enough. You two want to see each other? Oh, how adorable. No people, no band, but cell phones are good enough. Live together? Oh, what a concerning concept. You could, if one of you had skills that were good enough to help yourselves. Being friends should be good enough. A social life? Oh no, not covered post-COVID. You failed to hire, but working on screens and going to therapy is good enough. Ah, yes, therapy. Supposed to be about pain and my goals. Otherwise, I never would have agreed to restart. But you seem to show up. So I can sit, so I can roll, so I can... with Michael, why are you so invested in my hypothetical bedroom activities? You see so much potential to spend 95% of my time and energy attempting to be more in line with your standard in standing, so I can be more helpful, so I can be more useful, so I can be more good enough. But we've done this before. Good enough to walk in the chapel? Have to be good enough for the God ableism worships and frankly created. I know you and I don't know the same Jesus. Your faith is only just good enough to squeeze by. I got a job because my advocacy was good enough and my academic career was good enough. But apparently the reason I have the job is because if I'm good enough, I won't run into any problems with the disability system. But I won't survive without you, ableism, because my mask for being neurotypical isn't good enough. That my adulting impression isn't good enough. Because I do things differently than you. Because I problem solve more outside the lines than you ever would. Because I need other supports than you have ever tried. Not that you would ever admit that you have any support needs at all. But at least one person lets me take off the patriarchy. Take the patriarchy design mask off. He hates it. He actually hates it, really, the mask. He wants to be with me, even when I'm awkward, all my quirks and special interests, especially when I'm happy, but even when I'm sad. I'm always good enough. We're lovers, but we are also always still friends. So ableism, I've decided that we've done good enough. Our attempts to rehabilitate you weren't very successful, but like my surgical saga, it is good enough, right? Time to die, or at least segregate you. Several millennia of inclusion, No, privilege should be good enough. Amy Elizabeth.
That's fabulous. So fabulous. Thank you, Amy.
Sponsored by ArtSpark Texas and the Coalition of Texans with Disabilities. For more content, feel free to look at one of our suggested videos below, or if you really love us, listen to our podcast, True Tales by Disability Advocates, which will be linked in the description. For more information, contact Boy at artsparktexas.org, artsparktx.org.